I'm Preston Howard, and this is the Things That We Do podcast.
What's up, guys? This is the Things That We Do podcast. I got my man Trevor Howard here. Oh, Trevor, this is Preston. His little brother's Trevor. He plays basketball, but
Like that.
yeah,
Like that.
good ball player. But he plays for Maryland football. Tell us a little about yourself. You're a tight end, right?
Tight end. I played quarterback in high school. Just recently transitioned. I'm a redshirt sophomore, so I didn't play my first year. I played the last year, but it's 2 years ago I didn't play. And just on the up and coming. Still ready to blow.
Yeah. So you said you were a quarterback before. I remember when you were on ESPN's what was it, top 300?
Yeah.
You were a 4-star, right?
Yeah, 4-star, yeah.
And were you like 100 something?
170 something. I think something
Something like that, yeah. But they had you initially down as quarterback, and then your senior year they changed you to athlete.
Yeah.
Now, athletes just
I played everything.
every position.
It's like, so I guess athlete going in, like, they don't really know what you're going to play going into college.
Alright. So, when did you know that you probably weren't going to play quarterback in college?
Probably after COVID. Like, I knew, like, so my sophomore year, I was being recruited by Penn State as tight end. Like, Penn State always recruited me as a tight end. And what really made me, like, transition was their tight ends coach was like, yeah, we want you to play tight end. And then, like, a year later after that, he left and he went to the NFL. And he told me, like, he was like, yeah, like, I really think you could be, like, a great tight end. Like, tight ends are in high demand. Like, you got the frame, you got the body. And I was like, he went to the NFL. And I was like, damn, like, really can make something happen. And just quarterback's just like a hit or miss position. Like, only so many quarterbacks get recognized and get seen and get drafted. So I just felt like I had a better chance to make money at the next level playing tight end.
Now, so how did you handle the transition when you got to Maryland? Like, was it tough or?
I mean, yeah, it was hard. I feel like any transition is kind of hard. But it was real. Like, I've had great coaches. Like Mike Miller, he was my coach my freshman year. He's OC at Charlotte now. And Kevin Sumlin, he's my coach now, and he head coach at Texas A&M when Johnny Manziel was there. He has so many, like, I've just had great coaches. So it really hasn't been hard. The hardest thing really just getting stronger, getting adjusted to the physicality of like college.
Yeah, it's always another level.
Right, it's grown men, like, and I'm just a little. Like, I was 19 last year playing against 25-year-olds, like 5th years from Michigan. And I'm like, yeah
already had a late birthday, and then they were red shirts. And
yeah.
How was that game? Like, how is it your mentality when you ready to play Michigan, Ohio State?
I feel like my mentality is the same every game, I feel like.
Right.
But as a team, like, when you go into them games, you go into them environments, like, it's just different. You got 100,000 people watching you, like,
right.
All your other games,
right?
All your other games, you got 30,000 people, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
But when the stadium's full and it's like that environment, it's something else clicks in you, like.
Right.
And it's just you're just playing ball, like, it's just
Nice.
pure. Yeah, that's.
Now, like, you play under Loxley, right?
Yeah.
You guys call him Locker.
Coach Lock.
Coach Lock, yeah. Now, he's got, like, a nice resume. He's got a nice resume.
Yeah.
I mean, he was offensive coordinator of the year. I remember when he won the Natty with
Oh, yeah. With Jalen Hurts. And who was that, Tua or Jalen Hurts?
both.
They both played.
Both, because they won back-to-back, I think.
Right.
Under, I think he only was OC 1 year for them, though.
I don't
I think, so it was either the year that Jalen Hurts came out the last play in overtime, and Tua launched it to Devontae.
Yeah. That was the year he won that?
I think, yeah. And then the next year, Tua won it again. And Jalen.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was the year that Jalen Hurts transferred to Oklahoma they won under him, or the year before, but they won back-to-back. And he was with Alabama already, though.
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah, he was with them for a few years. But, I mean, I remember watching the whole process of them trying to find a new head coach. And I was kind of happy because he's a great recruiter.
Right.
He's a big-time recruiter.
Yeah, when I seen Coach Locks, like, commit to the head coaching job, like, he hit me up early, so I already knew what it was. Like, and he's from around this area,
Yeah.
so I already knew, like, what change he was gonna bring, like, a little bit, but, like,
There's a lot of DMV players that are genuinely really, really good. I mean, best in the world, and they don't play here because I mean Maryland's never really been great at football.
Right.
I mean, honestly, since he's been in there though, bowl every year. I don't know if this is the first bowl win. I think they won last year too, right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
But he definitely brought a change of culture. That
Sure.
a lot of them DMV guys now want to play for him.
Yeah, especially when he brought Talia in. I feel like that created a big buzz around like just the whole program. Like, to his little brothers coming to Maryland, like it's a shock. It was really like when I seen that. That's really like what got me jump started to like really look at Maryland because I was being recruited by everybody.
He's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
You would argue he was the best in the Big Ten this year.
Yeah, I mean, that's my quarterback. I'm biased, but I think he definitely was.
I thought he was. I thought he was.
With what
like
he
the
had,
numbers?
Like, the numbers wise.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess.
I mean, you guys almost won a couple big. You guys almost beat Ohio State.
We should have won.
Yeah.
We should have won all our games.
Was that home?
Ohio State was away.
It was up at halftime, right?
It was up at halftime, yeah.
And you guys didn't score the second half or something like that.
Yeah.
Or only like a field goal.
It was only a field goal, yeah.
Well, that's cool.
But, we're going to start finishing those games.
Yeah, it comes with, it don't just change overnight. I mean, he's only been here, 3 years now?
Yeah.
I mean, some of the guys that that first year initially when you're coming in, you got something to prove, so some guys are on the edge about coming over, until you start winning and showing that you got to go recruiting classes coming and everything. So you have trouble initially, but in the next 2 years, you're going to see his real recruiting classes be juniors and seniors and.
Oh yeah, my classes are crazy. Like we got real talent. Like I feel like we got a lot of under the radar guys, like 3 stars, 4 stars, like you said, just a little lower class guys, but we work. Like I feel like that's what another good thing like Loxley does. He makes sure he gets guys that are going to work, and we really do work.
That's important.
Right.
That's super. I mean, you see it all the time with the really good quarterbacks in the NFL. Like a lot of them weren't big names. Like a lot of them kind of got drug along. Like Baker Mayfield, for example. Like he went to a JUCO or a small D3 or something like that his freshman year, and then
I believe he played at Texas Tech too.
Yeah, and then he went to Texas Tech, and then he was like, I remember. I forget what exactly happened, but he basically just enrolled in Oklahoma, and they didn't even and they knew who he was. He was balling, but they refused it. I remember it was Texas Tech wouldn't give him a full ride, even though he was their starting quarterback. Like he earned it the year before. Like he didn't start initially. Somebody got hurt.
But Pat was there too.
Pat's a dog. Pat's a dog.
So I'm still hurt.
They wouldn't give him a full ride when he was there, and so he was like, all right, whatever.
Right.
And he's got a little chip on it. I mean, but then look at Tom Brady. I mean,
all the really great quarterbacks. I feel
like
most of them.
Most of them. Never know what you draft.
How many first-round busts are there that are quarterbacks?
A lot.
I remember I seen something on Instagram or TikTok or something. It was a reporter put out it was about Lamar. He was like, he's no Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen, and somebody else, and it was just funny.
That was a good QB class, though.
Yeah,
because I actually like Sam Darnold.
You like Sam Darnold?
I did like
Sam Darnold too.
He didn't do bad in the NFL.
I thought he was gonna take off with the Panthers.
I thought he was gonna be good with the Panthers. I never thought Josh Rosen was very good. I knew Josh Allen was gonna be a dog.
Josh Allen's different, man.
Yeah, he's just physical. He's very he's. In a league of his own, athleticism-wise.
I feel like I played like Josh Allen in high school.
Yeah, big boy moved. Now, so when you were back to high school, knowing that you're probably not going to play quarterback in college, going into your senior year, were you like, all right, should I change? Was that a...
Yeah, I mean, we brought somebody in to play quarterback. It was a whole thing. I was really working to be I was playing Roberts. I was playing everything my senior year, but really just...
Yeah, I remember you played DN a lot your senior year.
Yeah, I played DN, wide receiver, I played safety, I played linebacker, I played literally every position.
I feel like it's almost good that you didn't completely change positions, though, because you're just going to get the ball in your hands every play at quarterback. Even though, you break away, from the pocket, and you got to run. Now, you show what you can do with the ball.
Right.
But, I mean, I knew that had to be a thought, though.
Man, we brought in somebody, but, towards the end, it didn't work out, and I had to go back to quarterback. So
yeah, but that's not downplaying that he averaged 400 passing yards a game.
What is that? Him in high school?
Yeah, in high school.
Oh, he sucked. Nah, y'all. McDonough's always good, dude.
Yeah, that's not downplay. That's big though.
Yeah.
But did you know that Kelsey was the quarterback at first?
Yeah, I did know
switch
that.
to tight end?
Yeah. A lot of tight ends actually switch from
Yeah.
quarterback. So.
Just athletic.
Also, Wes
athletic
Welker.
big boys.
Wes Welker was quarterback at first too. Wes
So was
Welker.
Julian Edelman. Yeah, but I mean, like you see these quarterbacks that really like had to earn it. They're always the best ones. It seems like Brock. Dude, people keep downplaying Brock Purdy. I think he's dirty.
I think he's good. I mean,
I think he's good, bro. I mean, he's got a loaded squad for sure.
I feel like when he doesn't try to do too much, like he's just a role-playing quarterback. Like he just does what he needs to do, and that's what he does most of the time. So he's a great
Game
quarterback.
manager. I think he's more than
game manager.
I think he's more than that though. I think
he's
a little
athletic
more.
though.
He is athletic. He's got good. He's a good teammate too.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, he's an average quarterback, like exactly what you want to see in a quarterback. So
Dude, you see so many guys like I hate when I see it. You know, being a Madden franchise great like myself, I know what it takes to build a great quarterback. Dude, how many teams do you see bringing this quarterback and they have no offensive line? Like they think getting the quarterback will solve the problems first, but if you're not protecting them, what do you? Like, you win the trenches, you win the game.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you get a good D-line and a good O-line, you put somebody back there that's going to succeed probably.
That's every level, though.
That's every level. And that's why I hate when, like, dude, Trevor Lawrence should be way better than he is right now. They should.
Trevor Lawrence doing good, though.
They are, but they could be better. You know, like.
It's a better line, yeah.
If I'm in one of them positions where, you know, I have that #1 overall pick, and my team really ain't nothing, I'm not taking a quarterback. I'm trading back 2 or 3 times in the first round, taking offensive linemen, defensive linemen, because like, look, good corners are, you know, they come and go. You know, you got your greats, but still, like, they can only stop that receiver for so long. If that quarterback's got all the time in the world, you know how easy it is to get open when you're just running around at this point. You're not running around anymore. You're just trying to get open. Like, but when you get to that quarterback, you make great cornerbacks. You don't. A great cornerback doesn't make a great defensive lineman.
I feel like especially like with the draft and like being in the NFL, it's all business. So you definitely gotta make the fans happy. You gotta make everybody happy. Like,
hey, you still gotta sell tickets.
Yeah, you gotta sell tickets, but like you said, like that line, man. And like you see, like the good teams that are always consistently good have always built their line and consistently draft linemen and are never like, you never see the really good teams first or second, third pick. Like, they're always drafting back. They're always making smart, especially like the Ravens. Like,
draft capital.
We always have great drafts. And we always make sure we draft a DN or a D tackle.
We haven't had a great pass rush. We have produced guys with high sack counts over the years.
Yeah, but we haven't had
we haven't had a guy that like you have to like triple team. Like we haven't had a JJ Watt. We haven't had a Bosa and one of the Bosas or Bud Miller.
Let lead the sacks this year. Though.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But
like, team,
but it's like we always have great defensive coordinators.
Right, and we always have
scheme it.
Just a great like defense overall. So like, I mean, yeah, we never had like a superstar DM, but I feel like we really don't need one of them guys.
No.
Like with the way we blitz and like somebody's just always.
It makes it a lot easier though when you have one, I think.
Yeah.
And we haven't had one since Suggs, honestly. Like I love how we always, you know, we picked up was it Van Noy?
Yeah.
But in the middle of the season, he got a lot of sacks. You know, same thing with Clowney. Guys have never really, you know.
Clowney had 9.5 too.
Yeah, Clowney was.
It's career high for him.
But that's just the system. That's our system. Like he's just getting to that back there.
But I feel like you also want that overpower. You want that guy that no matter what scheme you put him in, he's going to eat.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like that was an issue with us this year in just the last game. You actually saw Andy Reid's great. Yeah, you know, one of the best ever, I think. Yeah. But he schemed against our pass rush. Mm-hmm. You know, granted, we didn't get to him. We didn't get to him. We didn't get to Pat Mahomes. You know, and I think when you have that one guy, you just can't necessarily scheme it.
Yeah, you can't. Like an Aaron Donald, Khalil
now we have schemed. The Ravens historically have schemed against Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I watched like
we double team him and we run away from him.
We got Lamar, so it's just hard to.
It's hard to stop the run.
Yeah.
Hard to stop the run.
Hard
and
to
he's just hard to sack him.
But can we talk about how we only ran the ball 6 times?
Planned runs, like design runs, yeah. Because Lamar ran like 9 times, but one designed. but we ran through our running backs 6 times, and we're the best rushing team in the NFL the last 5 seasons. I think that, dude, and each run went for like, I think on average 8 yards.
Yeah,
Why don't, like, when you come out at halftime and you're down 10 points.
We went into panic mode. It didn't make any sense.
And like, Lamar's a good passer, but like, the thing that makes Lamar great is his ability to balance his game. And that's what makes our offense, like, our offense was really good this year because of how balanced we were. And then just we come into this game and we go away from it.
I mean, I feel like that's also like the social media aspect get into it a little bit. Like, you see everybody, oh, he's a running back, he's a running back. He wants to prove he's a running back. He's a pocket passer so much, so.
Dude, he threw the ball. Lamar's always had the ability to make every throw.
Yeah, but like, when have we won the ball with Lamar's thrown it 40 times?
Against the Colts when we came back from like 20.
We came back that one time.
He threw for 411 yards or 394, something like that. I was at that game. That was crazy. I left at halftime. And like 2 weeks before that, I went to the Chiefs game.
We won by 1 point?
Yeah.
35.
That's a crazy game. That was a crazy game to go to.
Yeah.
That was the home opener that year, too.
I feel like all of our best wins come when we have a real balanced offense attack. Like, yeah.
Dude, I think the biggest struggle for the Ravens this year, and a lot of people don't bring it up, is the offensive line.
Yeah.
Dude, what happened to Ronnie Stanley? He was that year that Lamar won MVP. Ronnie Stanley was the best left tackle in football.
Injuries, man.
We signed him to that big deal, and then he got hurt like 2 games in.
Yeah.
And then because he was done for the year.
Yeah,
I think we were like 4 games in the next season, and we signed him to an extension in the middle of the season. Dude, and then he got hurt the next game after his extension, and he has not been the same since.
And that's the problem, like, just playing like so long and having all this like tearing your body. It's like being a D1 player. Like, I can like even just 3 years. Like, people play through a lot of shit like we don't see. Like, there's a lot of stuff we don't see behind the scenes that like goes into it. So you really just never know what these guys are playing through, and that like they're just trying their hardest, man. Everybody, at the end of the day.
The injury aspect of it is really crazy. I remember I knew a guy, I used to hang out with him a little bit, kind of like a mutual friend. Like, I would hang out with my boy, and then he would come through and chill.
Yeah.
And he was a left tackle, or he was just a tackle for the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
He went to Western Tech, actually.
True.
And then he went to Morgan State. And he got drafted out of Morgan State like the 6th round or something.
Yeah.
He plays like 6 games a year, starts a couple. But he was telling me, remember when Terrell Suggs went to the Cardinals?
Yeah.
He was like, dude, I don't know how he plays. I don't know how he suits up. Like, what he has to do to get ready for practice is insane. Like, I don't know how that guy's still playing. But it's just like, you see guys still doing it. And it's normally like the really, really physical specimens.
Yeah,
like, they break down the quickest,
Facts.
Like, I mean, you look at any of them DNs, like, look at how quickly J.J. Watt fell off. He was a dog for a while, but like his body just broke down.
Well, you know what the NFL stands for? Not for long.
Not for long. Yeah. I mean, what's the average career? Can you look that up for me, Worm? The average career of an NFL player. It's all. I think it's only like 8 games.
Preston, you remember this play? I want you to explain that to us. How you felt on that play right there, man?
Oh, yeah, I knew I was getting a tub right here.
You
Touchdown?
Yeah, I knew I was getting that tub.
Play, man.
Touchdown?
Touchdown the bogey.
Yeah, against Auburn, right?
Yeah.
How did that play break down, man?
I mean, Auburn's a big win, dude. They weren't really that good this year, but it's Auburn at the end of the day.
What route did you run?
Simple drag route.
Drag route?
Drag route.
Was it like 4.5 yards and a curved out? It's not even a sharp cut.
So what's the feeling after that, man? Like,
man, I was just hoping I got in the end zone because I knew, like, on my drag route, I knew I was supposed to, what they say, go on a negative angle so the defender can't undercut you.
Right.
But I was trying to score, so I tried to lean in
a little deeper.
Yeah, I ran a little deeper, and I caught it, and I seen I was above the line. I was just like, please tell me I'm in. I was so happy, man. Like,
can you look up what's the average career of an NFL player? I think it's like 8 games.
I think it's like.
It's not. I mean, dude. How many?
It's not long. It's if we're talking about like
2.5
years.
2.5 years.
That's not
It's
long.
like the average cat. Yeah.
That's not long. And how many years do you need to qualify for like their benefits and like their pension and everything?
So the average.
It's like 3 years. It's like you don't even need it.
Yeah,
like,
I never looked into that, but
3.3 years.
What's that?
That's the average.
Oh yeah. Average? That's not as bad. I mean,
You get the
people aren't even
pension
making it through the rookie
You get the pension
contract.
after a while. pension is a minute.
Yeah, you need like 5 years or something to get the pension and everything, like
So,
all
like,
the benefits that come, like working a job.
Yeah,
like,
right.
So when you're in the game, is you more? Do they put you in as like you got the receiving tight ends, or you got the blocking tight ends?
This year I was more of a blocking tight end,
Right.
just because we had an older guy named Corey Dyches, and he was like our receiving tight end. But like I'm a receiving tight end. Like I'm not big. I'm 240, 235.
Right.
So but this year I was more of just a blocking guy. We didn't really have like no big tight end, but I was.
So next year will the roles like?
Oh yeah, I should get a lot more balls.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause that play right there from what was it, Edwards, right, the quarterback?
Yeah, Billy. Yeah.
Billy Edwards. It looked natural though. Like y'all got a good connection right there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, next year I should be definitely getting the ball a lot more. Show y'all my real talent.
Yeah, you know it takes time.
Now that you really see in college football, even with the #1 recruit sometimes, like they're not playing until their sophomore junior year.
Yeah, it's all development.
Like you do see that a lot.
And you don't like in high school you don't believe it, but like they say, oh, stars don't matter, da da da. Like stars really don't matter.
Nah,
like it's mental. Like I'm like coming into college, it's
all that
mental.
it goes out the door once you step in there. Like, do you think coaches really care about your stars when they're recruiting you?
No.
They're you get a little more.
They're more like
you get noticed more because of it. You pop up on that top 300 and they're scrolling through the names. They're looking for a receiving tight end or whatever. They're going to see you. You're more likely to be seen because of it, but they're really paying attention to what you're doing on the field.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like
if they see flaws they don't like, they're not going to take you.
I've seen 5-star safeties come in from the transfer portal. Like the #1 safety in the transfer portal, he came last year and didn't play. Like he was a special teams guy.
It's all about what you're doing on that field.
It's all about what you're doing, like the work you put in, how well you know your plays, like all that plays into it. And yeah, it's really a business. So.
Yeah, it was nice to see you catch a tutty in that Auburn game in the bowl. What was the bowl called?
Music City Bowl.
Music City Bowl. No, what was it? Tallahassee.
It was in Nashville.
Nashville? Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
Nashville. I hear Nashville's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was fun for sure.
But I mean, so like we're talking about plays. Like that was probably your second biggest play of the year. You were on Sports Center top 10.
Yeah.
Like.
That was my first catch.
Yeah, it was. Like, I've never, I played football, but I never hurdled anybody. And in high school you can't. Anyway, they blow the play dead when you hurdle.
Anyway.
Yeah.
They just throw a flag like in high school.
Yeah. But like, because you hurdled them, what, like 2-3 steps after you caught the ball?
Yeah, it was a quick reaction, but. Just a good play, I guess. It was just.
How does Sports Center hit you up about that?
Yeah,
hey, are you cool with this? Or they don't really need permission. It's national television.
It's from more of the Big Ten, I guess. But they need to ask somebody if it's okay.
Yeah.
But did you run hurdles in school though, bro? You got up there.
I didn't run hurdles in school. I've always hurdled. Even in Little League, I used to always hurdle. I don't know. I think the first time I hurdled somebody was probably 7th grade, 6th grade. And ever since then, I just I'm big, so people go low, and I just see them go low.
I would. I would. That's the only way I would tackle people when I was in high school, bro.
Right.
I'd dive at their ankles, hit them with my helmet,
Right.
grab, put my arms out.
Right.
You catch injuries like that, low key.
Yeah.
I remember just checking. I remember we were playing Chesapeake High School, bro, and just. They would run a double tight end set, 3 running backs in the backfield. All they were doing was running the ball. They didn't really have receivers. Chesapeake, Anne Arundel County, they're just a bunch of big white boys that are ready to block you. And a couple minutes we're gonna give a break. But I remember one time, so it was I'm playing corner, but I would basically be playing a 5th or 6th outside linebacker.
And I'm just so far.
Because it's I know they're running the ball, and it was every single time their fullback would put his hand on the ground, they were running it for the 90% of the time. So I'd get really close to the line, dude. I was the only person in this hole, and you can't check somebody in a hole.
Right.
Dude, I checked him in a hole. Dude, he kneed me in my arm, right in my bicep, dude. Yeah. You don't feel it at the time,
but after the game.
After the game, dude, I remember for dude, we couldn't even because we're not really good at football. You get some talented players, you get some athletic kids, but we don't got an O-line 9 times out of 10. Half the kids ain't making grades. But dude, I remember we didn't even do hitting drills the next week because of how banged up. Dude, it was 22 kids on the roster. 8 of them were football players. 4 of them are athletes. The rest of them are band kids who, shout out to them for making grades and, going out there and wanting to be a part of something, because there's a lot of kids in that school who say, oh, I ain't playing for that losing team.
A lot of good kids, too.
Yes.
Talented kids.
We lost 4 or 5 games by 3 or less points my senior year. And, for, some of the, we're playing Milford and stuff like that.
Right.
It's 14-14 at halftime against some good teams. And, I remember all my boys, the ones I played baseball with, it's 8 of them. My senior year, they were all talking about playing football. And, I know none of them are really football players. A couple of them are. But, they're athletic people.
Right.
Instead of, we're, practice defense and everything. I'd rather have them than the band members. And then, some of them are going to contribute. Bro, we probably win more games just because of these 8 baseball players playing football.
Nah, I mean, that's kind of not comparing Lansdowne and McDonough, but
no.
for us at McDonough, it was harder to win. I lost 2 championships at McDonough, but it was harder for us to win and sustain our teams because, like you said, we only had 300 boys in the whole upper school.
Yeah.
We only had 15, 14 real football players. We had 10 lacrosse players, and we had 5 athletes.
Athlete's an athlete, though,
Very true. But when you're going against schools with 1,000 all boys, and they can recruit every position, it's just hard to compete. But like you said, Lansdowne, I mean, like I said, you got guys so many guys like me who we would have went to Lansdowne.
Yeah.
But
why would you?
Yeah.
You and your brother show up to Lansdowne, because they're never bad at basketball. Even when they're bad, you still see it.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they're not the best, but they're young.
Right.
They're really young.
Yeah.
They don't have a starting senior that's an actual basketball player.
Right.
And then your brother, your brother's really good. And it's just I don't want him to leave, because honestly, by the time he's a senior, that JV program's got 20 kids rocking around, and they're athletic.
They'll be good for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, it's just man, it's mentality.
That's the big thing at that school.
Grades. That's one thing I noticed. Just because I've always kept in touch with everybody from around here,
Yeah.
especially we would have had so many good kids if it wasn't for
Lansdowne could be a powerhouse.
And I love Lansdowne. I take pride in Lansdowne as if I went there just because all my friends went there. But
it's the attitude and the grades. People are I don't want to play for a loser. Bro, one person makes a difference.
Big difference. Especially in Baltimore County.
Yeah.
Like you said, you got 25 guys on your team. Yeah.
Went there. You were zoned for there.
Yeah.
Now, what was, I think there's very obvious reasons, but what is your reasoning for not?
Just more exposure, really. I kind of knew I was not going to Lansdowne from when I was young. In 5th grade, I was playing with Mahoko Lions, which is a grassroots team, and I was being recruited by Gilman. And Gilman wanted me to go there in 6th grade and start there. So even from there, I was my mom was pretty much knew, we're probably gonna go private school. But and that's pretty much it. I kind of knew I wasn't going to public school at all.
No, I mean, Lansdowne could be really good. I mean, there's always 4 or 5 kids from each class who go to Mount St. Joe, Gilman, McDonough. I mean, I don't know if you remember Anthony Ruffin.
That sounds familiar.
He was a left tackle for Mount St. Joe, but I mean, he still lives in Baltimore Highlands. That's a guy right there,
Right. And if you get all those guys at Lansdowne, you might
just those 4 or 5 guys alone, you win games.
You might win a county champion if you have 4 or 5 guys from each class.
Yeah, each class. Yeah, and then next thing you know, you start winning, and guys are like, "Damn, I'm a good football player, and I don't make grades."
Lansdowne's what? It's a magnet school too, right?
Yeah, it's the finance academy.
So you could be really one of them. Milford's a magnet school.
Dude, and the finance academy is good.
Yeah.
They act every single person I've ever known that was in that finance academy. They go to Boston every year for a trip and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Go to Harvard and stuff. But they are the best people I know with money.
Right.
The way that they are with stocks, the way they are with their 401ks, their pensions, their IRAs and everything. They're tight. And it's a real skill. It's genuinely really it's a good magnet school.
And that goes into it too. The schools like Milford and all these schools that you see consistently win state championships. They're magnet schools. And guys people want to go to them schools.
Now they have an ability to go there without using a fake address.
Exactly. And it makes it easier for Lansdowne, but
Yeah.
New school should help, you know.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw some like actual like pictures of like it was like AI generated.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, that should definitely help. But
they're like opening up the lake and making it part of it. Like it's gonna be the football. All the fields are gonna be up by the school where it's at now. But that's not gonna come until after the school's built and they tear down the old one. So it's gonna be a couple years until they start playing home games again.
Okay. Yeah.
But and then the school's gonna be. You see where it's being built by the football field and the baseball fields. Yeah. And then in between, there's going to be like this nature area, like walkways and flowers and everything. And then they're going to open up the lake and like kind of tie it into it and make it part of the school. And then they're going to build the baseball diamond on over at the middle school. Okay. It's going to be, I believe, the only school in the county with lights. That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Lansdowne always gets a crop of kids in that have always played together. You know, like me, I had 10 kids that I graduated with that I played baseball with since I was 8.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, so it's like every like 4 years you see a really good baseball team come through.
Yeah, and I guess we just need more of that around here. Like we got Coach Matt now with the football team.
I love Matt Coon.
So
good guy. He's got like a genuine.
Yeah, for
he
sure.
loves football.
Yeah, loves
I mean, he was part of the football team that was actually good too.
Bro, yeah, I didn't know that, but
I think it was in like 2002, 2003. I could be wrong with the year.
I remember Coach Matt from. Coach Matt's been a part of my life my whole life. Like
yeah,
just
good man, bro.
Growing up from Arbutus, and I remember all his teams used to be crazy good at Arbutus, and like I think he's really gonna do good for Lansdowne, and like especially with guys like me, like I'll be able to come back, talk to the guys, you know, help them. So
like you'll always have like if you were to come back coach, or you know later on in life, whatever, you would go to Lansdowne before McDonough.
For sure.
And
I feel like for me, it's like more like. At that point in my life, I feel like it'll be more to help people. Yeah. And like I feel like I could help a lot more around here than I can in McDonough.
Yeah.
Like,
this kid's coming from all over. Half of them already got money, and
they all already got money. Yeah. And you got your recruited guys. You got your athletes who come in, but like you said, you got so many coaches there and people, resources. So I feel like people like around here, we could use a lot more of that. Like I feel like a lot of people they just grow up and kind of go somewhere else. Everybody wants to leave here, so
I think that new school will help a lot. Just because, I mean, when I went there, you know, just from experience, there was always, like, kids, there was a lot of athletes. Like, kids who were just naturally physically gifted. Yeah, and they, you know, and I feel like half of it is just, you know, a lot of them, their parents use drugs. You know, and what would you rather do? You know, if your parents aren't making you go to school, would you rather go sit in a non-AC school with dirty water all day, or would you rather stay home and screw off, you know? Yeah. Like, I think that's an easy choice realistically. Like come on, bro, what is this, third world country?
Exactly.
Like, no water? Like,
that's
insane, you know? Like, dirty water, you know, that's what the athletes drink.
Both my brothers went to Lansdowne, so I know, like, they tell me, like, everything all the stuff that goes on in the school, and I'm like, like, it would be hard. It would be hard to stay focused and get good grades with like all the stuff that goes on like during the day.
And that new school is just going to take it to another level. Right. You know, kids are going to want to be there now. At least they got something like a comfortable place.
Air conditioned.
Dude, the auditorium is going to have 2 levels, like seats. This is a public school we're talking about. I remember when they rebuilt Dundalk, I walked in there and thought I was in cops. But like, this is going to like just triumph that. Like it's going to be. I mean, just the attitudes there and just the effort, yeah, like, dude, it's so cool nowadays to, like, not care. I mean, I feel like even when we were younger, it's always kind of been a thing, but, like as you get older, you realize, like, how cool it is when you see somebody that, like, really works at something.
No, I don't know, it's just, like, a lot of the kids, like, they're just, like, why would I play for them? Like,
yeah, and I get it to a degree,
but
I would rather
it's like they'll never know what they're missing out on.
Yes.
The
dude,
memories.
I won 2 games in high school.
You probably had the best time of your life.
3 games actually, dude. But like the people I created friendships with, like you meet people that you like. I didn't just hang out with my friends.
Right.
You know, I made other friends. Like I met different kinds of people. Like
I feel like sports just kind of like sports are really important. Like in the real world too. Like you learn how to talk to people, you learn how to work with people, you learn how to, it's great for people skills in general.
I completely agree. Like, you have some of these people don't have a father in their life, and you come across some of these coaches who treat you like a son.
Real, yeah. Real.
And like they, it lands down like all the really good coaches I had. They kind of knew we weren't going to be good.
Yeah.
They never said it to us. They never like straight up admitted it. whatever. They never straight up admitted it. But like looking back, you kind of get it. But they were always big on instilling like what it meant to be like a good man, like to be responsible for yourself, to show up to practice every day. If we were slacking off, they would say something like Murphy, for a prime example. Like he was my football coach, and he was a great man. Like I look at him as a father figure, and I always have since I met him. He's always treated me like a son. Right. It's like just stuff like that people you meet.
Oh, for sure. Definitely agree with that.
And it's like, you see some of these, kids that really never had much going for them. They were bad or whatever in school. And you see them get in a sport and care about something. And like, those are the kids that I've noticed, they come from rough backgrounds. They're the ones that amounted to something.
Right.
Because like, even though we were losing, they tried. They tried to do something they wanted to do something with their life other than just go to school and, and be a bad kid. Like, they didn't want to be that. Like, they had some self-awareness, and when they got into a sport, they had some self-accountability.
Yeah.
And those are the guys that, like, I see that are, they went off to college. They,
got a good job.
Yeah.
Because it teaches you a lot of stuff about life. And I've always, like, my coaches have always said that. I don't know exactly what coaches said that, but, like,
pretty much all of them,
yeah,
I would say.
Like, football's really, like, a game of life. Like, it's the most realistic you can get. Like, you're listening to somebody, you got a job, people are telling you what to do, and you just have to take it. You have to learn how to run with it all.
I feel like that about pretty much every sport, too, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't care how athletic you are or whatever. It matters, of course. Yeah. But, like, a good ball player is... They meet... You don't have to be athletic. You got to be athletic in a sense, but not, like... Gifted. We don't gotta be 6'6" with a rat, But like, there's the guys that work hard, the guys that really study the game and understand the plays, the playbook, and they study the film of the other team, and in the off season they're working on everything. They don't quit. They focus on getting more athletic and focusing on their fundamentals, running drills. Like, I mean, how athletic was Tom Brady? To be honest, I would beat him in a race.
Yeah.
I've been able to beat Tom Brady in a race since I was like 12.
Right.
But like he did all those things, and
what he needed to do, exactly.
And I think the most important part about being a great player is being a good teammate.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That's all. I think that should always come first. Like, you see guys like they're not playing well, they get benched, and they act up. Like they go and pout on the bench about being benched and playing bad. But like I've always been a guy like. All right, if I'm not playing well, let me be good on part of being great is what you do when you're on that bench.
Yeah, and I see that like in every sport, like you said, but like with football in general, like you don't want somebody on your team with like it's gonna be bitching the whole time. Like you're going into war with him. Like
yes.
Like why would I like want to be
anything?
Like I'm trusting him with my life in my book because he messes up, I mess up. Something we can get the quarterback for. Like you feel me? Like. So, yeah.
Dude, football's dangerous.
Oh yeah.
And it's crazy because like I've been recently seeing like all these like Brits, like UK cats, talking about like football, and they're like, I've read that they only play like 12 minutes of the actual 60 minutes, and you only play half the game because you're on offense and defense, and like each play averages 4 seconds or whatever, and I'm like, yo, like they've never actually suited up, so I don't blame them.
Yeah, you'll never know until you really play, but like it's just, especially like when you get to a higher level, like you just got the physics. Like I said earlier,
that one shot hurts. Dude, I used to think tackling hurt worse than being tackled.
I think a lot of people think that, because it's pretty much the same thing. It's just like, but if you get hit, you can get hit pretty hard.
Yeah,
but
I took a.
I've seen defense.
You can prepare for it though, like
you brace for it.
Especially when you're like a receiver, Or, you know, like,
Yeah.
you catch the ball and you're already 15 yards upfield,
Right.
somebody comes and tackle you, and it's kind of like a half-ass tackle because they were your cornerback on you.
As a
Like,
defender,
now you just kind of give up. Like, what am I fighting for? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not near the end zone. What am I fighting for an extra yard for here? Like,
yeah.
it matters, but it not so much.
Yeah, tackling's weird.
You gotta be 100% through.
Yeah.
Like,
If you, any hesitation, you're going to get fucked up. That's just how it is. Especially, like you said, tackling sucks, like, especially when you got tackled like a 6'5", 250-pound tight end. Like,
man, you're a cornerback ankle checking somebody,
Yeah.
like, you know, like sometimes like you can ankle check somebody and it's smooth, you know, but then next thing you know you catch that knee to the arm,
knee to the helmet.
Yeah, like it hurts, dude. It hurts, but like when you clean check somebody, you don't even feel it.
Right.
Like it's just it's like a baseball
But
slide.
that's the thing about a tackle. A tackle has to be perfect, or you can get fucked up.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot easier to lower your head as a tackler
Yeah.
than it is somebody, you know, with the ball in their hands.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you know, you can't downplay football though. I mean, like look what happens to these guys when they retire. The guys that played their whole life, like, I mean, Aaron Hernandez, for example, he went crazy.
It's scary, bro.
You know, like
It is scary. But
like Travis Kelce just recently opened up talking about like his injuries. Like he's like, dude, every morning I wake up and like I feel the scars from surgeries. Like, and it's like you don't think about like a lot of people that get 1-2 surgeries in their life, you don't really feel it.
yeah.
But like they don't give their time, like truthfully enough to heal. And
Oh
like
yeah, no, not at all.
no,
I can speak from experience. I got a major surgery, and I mean, I had a full recovery and everything. My recovery was fast and all, but like we just, as like a college football player, you don't get a break. Like I was telling you before we started, I got 2 weeks off after my bowl game, and now I'm already back to working out and running and lifting every day.
yeah, it's something you can't stop at.
Yeah, I think somebody did the math of like a D1 football player, and you get like 6 weeks off out of the whole year, and it's just
Now, so you talking about surgery and everything. Now, how does it work when a Division I football player gets hurt and needs surgery? Like, is the insurance through yours or is it through the college?
I mean, I think some of it, like it's major surgeries or any surgery that goes through the college, just because I'm there, like I'm
They're reliable. They're reliable. Over
They're
there.
reliable for me. Like I'm on scholarship, so, but like I said, like it's just quick. Like it was the quickest process. Like you know how some people usually have to wait like weeks for surgery, have to schedule it. Like
You're going in the next day.
I was there. I was getting tests ran on me because like I had an artery in my hand messed up. So like.
And this happened at Maryland?
Yeah, this happened my freshman year. So.
Now was that part of your red shirt or
Yeah,
was
that
it
was my
just,
whole red shirt. Like
it was because you got hurt?
Yeah. So going into the season, I had a sprained ankle at a camp, so I couldn't play the first couple games. And then like getting back to it, I was freshman. I wasn't playing. I was with the ones, but I wasn't playing. And the game I was supposed to play, I'll never forget. It was Purdue. Purdue week. Purdue. And so I had messed my hand up like 2 weeks before that. Like I thought it was just a broken bone. Like I thought it was just a broken bone. And I told my trainer, I was like, yeah, like I've been hurt too much already. Like I'm gonna play. Like I don't really care what it is. And he was like, all right, let's just get an MRI or X-ray.
Be careful.
MRI. Let's be careful. So I went the whole next couple weeks with playing, and I was supposed to play this week. Like we put a package in for me. Like, and I was like.
They're gonna try to get you the ball.
Yeah, they were trying to give me the ball. And like the Fridays we have walkthroughs before we go to the hotel. So Friday we had the walkthrough, and he calls me in before the walkthrough, and he's like, yeah, like you're done. And I'm like what you mean? Like I thought it was just a broken bone. Like he's like, nah, like you messed the artery up in your hand. Like
you gotta have surgery.
Yeah, like if this
you might lose a hand.
Yeah, like if this is as bad as we think it is, like you have to have surgery like tomorrow. So the next morning, I had to get up early, went to Baltimore and got like a test done on me. Like,
what hospital was it?
I think it was Hopkins.
I assume they would go through Hopkins.
Yeah,
UMD maybe. It might be UMD.
It might have been. I think
they're both good hospitals.
Yeah, I think we did the surgery at UMD. But I think the surgery was at shock trauma.
Yeah, UMD.
That's UMD?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we did
Biggest shock trauma unit in the world.
Yeah.
Not even close, too. It's like 6 floors.
That shit was
4.
crazy.
It might be 4, but it's a lot of.
That
It's
shit-
like the whole. It's like 4 floors. Like hospitals aren't even that
I had
big.
to stay in there for 5 days. Yeah, so I was at UMD, and like the test was crazy. Like they had to put like an IV in my groin, and like they shot something up through my body, and it was testing my blood. So like they were testing the blood flow to my fingers, cause like the days like I didn't even say this part. So like we're on Wednesday's practice. I'm like, damn, my hand really hurts, and I take my glove off, and my fingers are just white.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
If they're blue or whatever, like or red, like that's a good sign.
No,
like,
they're just white.
Yeah.
Like, now I walked up to my trainer and I'm like, "Is this normal? Like, have you ever seen this before?" He was like, "Nah, like, we gotta go."
white means no blood flow.
Yeah. So yeah, and then that's when I went to get the test done on me and all that. And then yeah, the test came back. I wasn't getting enough blood flow. And then the next morning I was in surgery, and then the surgery was like 7.5 hours.
And you didn't have to pay anything. They completely covered it. I assume they just built all that new stuff at Maryland too, like all the practice fields.
Yeah.
Like that's high end D1. Like they're up there with some of the better
We got a
campuses.
crazy facility.
Yeah.
But,
So let me ask you, bro. So you played college level, right? Which is top tier. There's a lot of dubs, right?
Mhm.
A lot of dubs, people with grit. So what helped you grow up? Like you probably was always nice, right?
Right.
So what gave you that extra, like that extra grit? You feel me? Like as you got older, was so you could flip the switch, jump over niggas' head, score in the end zone. You know what I mean? Like what give you that extra toughness?
I think it's being 6'6", 6 foot of
I
ratchet.
mean, yeah, but also, I seen guys 6'6" and soft as tissue.
Yeah,
But you 6 foot and you got that dug in you.
I feel like-
so. What helped install that throughout the time, throughout the years?
I feel like just growing up around here,
Right.
for real, like,
Right.
you know, I'm from Arbutus, but I know people from
Yeah,
everywhere. I know
Right.
Cherry Hill, Mark
Everybody got a
Park.
chip on their shoulder
Right.
around here.
Especially like around here, like Arbutus, like nobody really thinks of Arbutus like nothing, but we got some real dogs out here, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that football program's legit.
man.
They produce dogs,
Oh,
and it's
we got,
dude, and you would think Lansdowne would be good with that
And
kind of
that's
feeder
what I'm
program.
saying. Like all the kids that we have at Arbutus,
They all went to Lansdowne?
Oh my
Bro, what? That's a
goodness.
county championship right there.
Come on.
They all split up. They
That's
all
what
don't go nowhere together.
all split up. But
Right.
like I said, like just playing, like just growing up, you know, me
Right.
being light skinned, you know, I always been.
Right.
Niggas
Yeah,
always
no.
got something to say, you know what I mean? But like I said, like my brothers, you know,
Yeah.
growing up, my dad wasn't in the house, so we always been real, you know,
Real
real
close-knit,
tough,
right.
real close. Yeah. So yeah, I just think, like I said, like, just growing up around here for real,
Right.
like
Hey, your dad's a real big guy too, right?
he's not that big. He's probably about 6'2".
For real?
Yeah.
I always heard he was like 6'6".
Nah, my dad ain't that tall.
So where does the height come from? Your mom's not a short lady though, right?
Yeah, my mom's probably like 5'9".
But the fact that
That's
he's
a tall
6'2",
woman.
Pop 6'2", that's
My
Taller
grandfather's
than
pretty
average,
tall.
man.
My grandfather's probably
On
like
what
6'.
side?
My mom's. My
Yeah,
mom-
she's a tall woman, bro.
My,
She's a
my
tall
grandfather's
woman.
about 6'4". My mom's 5'9". So my parents aren't short, but they're not the biggest.
You put two big people together though.
Yeah,
you know.
big kids.
Yeah, because 5'9's a tall lady.
Right.
That's a tall woman. You get over like 5'3" for a woman, you start seeing them as a taller
Yeah,
woman.
for sure. Yeah, like you said, like
right. Yeah, because I mean, a lot of anybody make it to this college level. Yeah, they got ways where they can flip a switch. Which though you can be out there playing regular, then it's like, all right,
I mean,
gotta turn up.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
you gotta have a certain mentality, something in
Yeah.
you. Something you went through was like, man, these niggas can't fuck with me today.
And then it's got to be on a
tomorrow,
whole nother level at the
I
next
got
level.
everybody to play. You know what I mean? But it's something that you have to go through as though I'm able to tap into this, or I just can't.
Yeah,
Some
and you
people
see
ain't got
that. You see that a lot, like
Right.
you say, just like people tap in, like you see it. Like I don't know
Right.
how to explain it,
Right.
but like you see it in those big games. You see who's real and who's fake. Like you see,
Right.
it's just something in their
It's a
eyes.
mentality,
Yeah,
dude.
it's a mentality for real.
And that mentality just ain't on game day.
Yeah,
It's everything
practice,
they
yeah,
do.
yeah,
they
yeah,
take
yeah.
it hardcore.
But you got a couple like those real, like you said, that it's not just on game day, but you got a couple guys, a real select group. You call them gamers who
Yeah,
they
gamer.
chill, they chill
Gamer.
during practice.
Some people don't show up in practice, you know?
You feel me? Like they could just be chilling in practice, but you
Right.
got your select group. And a lot of people say there are no real gamers, but I really truly believe.
100%.
Yeah, there are really
Yeah.
people who have that in them where like they're just like, nah, I'm not. I don't do all the extra stuff. Like, just give me the ball in the
Right.
game. Like,
Yeah.
but like you said, it's hard. It's really hard to be like something like that. Like that's
just natural.
like a Tavon Austin or something like
Tavon.
that.
Yeah.
Like you gotta really know like. Yeah.
No, it's actually, you was talking about like your hand being white and everything, and it made me think about something. Like, do you know that your blood is actually never blue? You know how they say when it's in your body, on one side it's blue.
Yeah, red.
Yeah, the DI. So that's your blood is actually always red, but on diagrams, because your blood on one part of your body doesn't have oxygen, on the other side it does, but it's always red. To represent that though on diagrams, the non-oxygenated blood is blue.
Yeah.
Only on diagrams though, but your blood is actually always red.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's like a thing a lot of people don't know. Like growing up, clip it. I'm gonna post that one to TikTok. But no, I just wanted to say that real quick. Now, so I saw recently you posted, you tagged an Instagram page. It was something about NIL.
Yeah.
Now, so what's the deal with that?
So we just have like a little collective. It's called One Maryland. So like it's all the sports. Like we always all work with this one group, and we just
And Maryland, the school.
yeah, like
Alright.
Maryland school. Yeah. So we basically just go around like helping little kids. So like last week I had to go to elementary school, and we like help package like this food. It's called Burger Bites. We help them. They package food, for like healthy food, for kids and stuff to send home to like less fortunate families and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just really just like a program. We just go around helping the less fortunate kids, like going to youth football practices, stuff like that, and just.
Now, do you get paid for any of that or no?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. It's crazy how much the game has changed with all this NIL stuff.
And I've like seen it, like especially in Maryland, like
A couple guys are making millions.
man, like Arch Manning. Like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's gonna be a dog.
Dude, if you
He's
have
gonna be a
like,
dog.
if you're like, man, down
Ronnie.
south.
Ronnie.
Did Arch get into the college level yet?
Mm-hmm.
Archie's in Texas. He's a
Texas.
freshman. I remember I saw his first
He played
drive.
this season.
Nope.
He gonna
He
play
did.
next year.
He played one game.
One
He came
game.
in at the end. They were blowing somebody out, and he had like 4 or 5 drives. Bro, he looked clean. Archie Manning looks like a clean
It was
quarterback.
fucking bloodline, bro.
Yeah, the Manning boys ain't no joke. What's that? 4 Super Bowls, 5 Super Bowls in between them all?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I mean, even Big Archie was good. And
Yeah, but
that's
he played for the Aints. They
his
was the
grandfather
Aints.
was good.
The Saints, remember they took the S out the name. They was so trash. But
Yo, dude, I remember, dude, the Saints were so bad. I don't know how many people know this, but for a very, very long time, all their seats, most seats are black or whatever your team, like the Ravens, you go, they're all purple.
Right.
The Saints were so bad, every single one of their seats were different colors. That way on TV, it always looked like they had fans.
Oh, that's
I'm serious. That is
yeah,
it.
it used to be called the Aints.
Yes.
Back in the day. Back when Arch, but Arch was a good quarterback.
Archie was good, yeah.
But the team was trash.
Peyton was a dog, though, bro.
Peyton
No,
was
Eli was really good, too.
Yeah.
Eli was more like a
good when he
gunslinger,
had
though.
to be. Eli, what you call a gamer.
gamer.
Yeah.
That's the. Come
Hey,
on.
bro, 2 Super Bowls, bro.
They
He needs to be in the Hall of
That's
Fame.
Tom Brady though.
If he ain't in the Hall of
Oh,
Fame,
Tom.
if he ain't in the Hall of Fame,
He
Eli
pro-
Manning, that's
bro,
robbery.
Eli
Because he
probably
really
get
was
there-
never that good.
But you beat Tom Brady.
Twice.
Twice.
2-0 Super Bowl.
How many Super Bowls Tom Brady lose out of 20? 3?
No, he been a 10. He lost 3.
What did Tom Brady? He won his second.
That's
He
crazy.
won the Super Bowl the second year he's in the league.
Yeah, that's
And he got drafted in like the 6th round.
He won like
6th round.
7th round.
It may have been the 7th.
Tom 7th round.
It was pretty late. It was near the end.
Yeah.
He wasn't ever. It was just they used to pick on him. They needed a third quarterback or whatever. Both got hurt or whatever.
Bledsoe got hurt.
Yeah.
Drew Bledsoe.
You know what I hear about Brock Purdy? I hear that they actually thought, like, pretty early, like last year, like 4 games in there, like, I think, like, our best quarterback's our 3rd stringer.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah, like, they're coming out and, like,
Where Brock Purdy go to college?
I don't know where he went.
Can you look it up for me, Wim?
Where did he go?
Yeah, but, like, dude, they used the 1st round pick on Trey Lance. And then started Brock Purdy in the NFC Championship. You got traded. You got traded for like a 2nd round pick. That's crazy to me that a 1st round quarterback who's barely played, they got a 2nd round pick out of, and we traded Hollywood Brown for 1st.
Right.
Kyle Hamilton. Kyle
Who went to
Hamilton and
Iowa
Hollywood
State?
Brown. Where?
Iowa State.
They're not bad.
They're
I
not
mean,
the best
What
either.
division are they in?
Iowa State gets a lot of TV coverage.
D1?
They're Power 5.
Iowa State Cyclones.
They're definitely Power
You mean
5.
like the, let me see what.
Yeah, with conference.
Yeah, the conference. I feel like they play out there with the Sun Devils.
They're definitely Power 5. They get a lot of TV coverage.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I
Big
see-
12.
Big
Yeah.
12, yeah. So when I went to West Virginia on an unofficial visit, they
It's a crazy place.
I went
They,
to a party there once.
yeah, that's why I ain't go there. But
That's good.
Shit, UMD ain't much better. It's a pretty crazy party school.
I seen Brock Purdy play West Virginia and they beat him. And I was like, who's this guy? I
Look
always
good?
thought Brock Purdy was. Oh yeah, he was making some crazy plays. Like
He's athletic.
He's always been
he's not a
crazy
big
plays.
dude. Hey, well, he's probably. I mean, he's probably weighs more than me, but he's like my height.
Yeah, but he's probably.
I ain't short, but
Yeah,
like
no,
a
he's
quarterback's
not-
like 6'3".
Yeah,
You know,
he's just a regular guy. I mean, but
Yeah.
he's good.
he's got a good attitude.
And he's
See
got
that
that-
video with George Kittle? Yeah, George Kittle walks up to him at halftime when they're losing to the Lions, and he's like, "Yeah, I can't wait till after this game when we talk about the comeback." And he's like, "Don't let anybody tell you you're not that guy," or something like that. And he's like, "You're the guy. You're our leader." And then like they went on and won like off of low key Brock Purdy's bad. Like,
Yeah,
he went
He
dumb.
made plays.
Yeah.
He did what he had to do.
That offense came back from 24 to 10.
But as a natural quarterback, right? You feel like you would do good with those all pros around you, right? How many all pros he got? 4? 3?
A lot.
I mean,
Debo,
still though, bro, you gotta go out and
McCaffrey,
execute.
Kittle. Ayuk not all pro, but Ayuk nice.
I think Ayuk's all pro.
Yeah,
And
I would
I
say
love
he,
Debo.
I think he is.
I love Debo.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. That's gift. That's like you could put Baker Mayfield out there.
Do you know,
But-
in Debo's contract, if he runs the ball a certain amount of times, that he gets like a $500,000 incentive?
Bonus,
I think it's actually one time. I don't think he
Debo
ran,
a
ran the
beast,
ball
bro.
once this year because of it.
I love watching Debo play, man.
Yeah,
Debo's exciting, bro. You get the ball in Debo's hand. A couple minutes, we're gonna take another break. But you get the ball in Debo's hand, dude,
yeah.
he's exciting.
I mean, he's just one of them guys, like,
He's a thick receiver too.
for sure.
Yeah,
oh,
like-
yeah. He's
He look like a running back.
He does. That's why he plays it
does look like a
sometimes.
running back. Yeah, Debo's a special guy for sure, but like you said, Brock Purdy, I don't know how to feel about him. I guess the Super Bowl's gonna.
Dude, I think he's
decide
actually
how I
like,
feel.
I don't just see him as a game manager.
Yeah.
I think he's actually a guy that makes plays.
I think I see him as a game manager just because of everything he has around him.
Definitely. I mean,
Like I feel like Christian McCaffrey's just like his line's great. Christian McCaffrey's a
he's
Yeah.
great.
Beast,
I
bro.
think
One of the
I
best
think
running
Christian
backs
McCaffrey.
ever.
I think he had a great season.
oh yeah.
But all time, I think like people are
Season?
season. Yeah, I'm just talking about this
Not
year.
sitting in Carolina.
Yeah, yeah, he's always been really good. But I'm talking about just
Okay,
this
I know what
season.
you're
They're talking like as an individual season. People are talking about it like it's one of the better running backs. Hey, what's up, guys? You know the drill. The camera cutout died, so we're gonna end it like this. We got through a lot of stuff. You know, watch some Maryland games this year. My man's Preston Howard here. Gonna be great. One of the NFL's greatest tight ends ever. You know.
For sure. This is Preston Howard signing off with the Things That We Do podcast. Always a pleasure. My man Kyle. We'll be back. But yeah, have a good one.